I was about to film quite some time without even pressing the button. But anyways, so guys, in today's video, I'm going to talk to you a kind of an updated review, which is the 1 year and also anniversary edition to my Kindle Paperwhite 2024 edition, the latest one. And without further ado, we're just going to hop into it because I just noticed that I forgot my Kindle in my boyfriend's backpack because he's carrying it for me to work. So yeah, we're just going to do this review Kindle-less because I know everything about it and I know it just like the palm of my hand, so we're just going to dive into it immediately. The 12th generation Kindle Paperwhite, or the 2024 one, has a 7-inch display, which is the largest Paperwhite that you would see right now, because also he's being compared to the signature version, which was larger than the usual Paperwhites. Instead of being a 6.9-inch display, it also has an e-ink display, so of course it's going to be the kind of the ghosting. Everyone on social media calls it ghosting for the dark mode, but it's not, because like people just don't really know what ghosting is apparently. And no, we're not talking the dating ghosting, you know. No. And I've had it in the plane in Turkey when I was on vacation away from here, in coffee shops, like in my bed, here at the table, like everywhere. Also, I'm reading daily at work, and I believe right now today it was around like 60% battery or something like that, so it will last me probably like 2 weeks without having the Wi-Fi on, and also not syncing, I don't know, for a few days, because usually I'm like reading my book and then syncing after a few days, or like syncing manually to the chapter that already remained on the Kindle app on my phone. But that's pretty much it. But the thing is, the battery, oh my god, it just lasts. I feel like it's not even been a year. I feel like I've bought it yesterday, because the battery lasts around 1 month or something like that, like 2 weeks to 3 weeks or something, like 3 weeks and a half, depending on how much reading do I get it done per day. But usually I'm reading like 30 minutes or at most 1 hour per day, and like different sprints and something. But the amount summed up in a single day would be like, I don't know, 1 hour 30 or like 1 hour or something like that. And also I really love the settings with the brightness on 10 if I'm like having, I don't know, the bright neons with the bright light bulbs, neon something at work, or on brightness 11 or 12, depending on like if I have my LEDs on and like without these all the lights, and it's kind of like cozy. But I'm also having something in the background because it's like really bad to only have the only source of light in front of you, and the other one is like darkness, complete darkness. It's like really bad for your eyes, so please don't do that. So I saw people online having problems with the battery for other Kindle Paperwhites, but not this model. I don't know, I think it was the 2022 edition, but I don't really have it. I just don't. I'm using it on airplane. I'm just syncing or like downloading new books, and that I'm like also having from Kindle Unlimited. But other than that, I'm just not really using it, and I'm not having any problems with my 1-year-old Kindle. So I don't know, maybe it's an older version faulty kind of situation, but yeah, mine is completely fine. After 6 months and so, I decided to get rid of the ads, so I paid for the one-time payment for not having ads, and it just completely changed my life because I love so much to see the covers. Of course, you don't need it. It's just purely aesthetic. It just doesn't make your Kindle go smoother, just run better or something like that. No, that's a gimmick. No, it's just purely aesthetic, and only if you want to see, I don't know, maybe the book covers. Maybe you really love a cover, you're really doing something. And I'm reading Zodiac Academy and of course other series in the meantime. But like when I'm saying that I really love the covers that I'm seeing on my Kindle, and I know, hold up, I know you're going to tell me, you could have had this if you jailbroke your Kindle. No, I'm not going to jailbreak my Kindle, so just we're going to keep it like that. Like it's like that because I love it. And I mean, it was $20, so it's fine, and it's only one-time payment. And funny enough, I talked to a colleague today at work about this kind of situation, if it's like a recurrent payment or a one-time payment fitting. But like, no, it's only a one-time payment. And unfortunately, the kind of support hack that people were doing, that they were like going to Amazon support, they were saying that their Kindle is for the kids, that they are seeing inappropriate ads. Yeah, it just doesn't work anymore, because they are like, hey, here is the link and here is how you can just get rid of them by paying. So yeah, I had the Kindle Paperwhite 11th generation, and I had a basic one for like a few months or something like that, and then I decided to upgrade to a Paperwhite, because prior to that 11th generation I had a Kindle Paperwhite that I think it was the 7th or 8th generation, because I spent like 2.5 years with it, maybe 3, because I bought it like later. But when I'm telling you that the basic version kind of wasn't enough for me, in a sense of, hey, I'm wanting more of the ink display but not really dimming my font size, but not really minimizing my font size. And I was like, that's really great, because I'm also having space. And when I'm not having space, I told you already that my boyfriend is going to carry it for me, because I'm also having like the back case and also a pouch that it fits in, so that I wouldn't have like scratches, smudges, whatever. I don't really think it's like a bad idea to have a pouch also to just help with the scratches and stuff. I know that most of people are using screen protectors. I'm not using it, and neither for my phone. I just hate screen protectors, neither for my consoles. Like, I'm having a Switch 2 and a Steam Deck, and I haven't used ever a screen protector. I lied. I had once one on my Samsung, and it broke because of the screen protector. So yeah, but without that, like with having a pouch and taking care of it, and just also I can drop it in that pouch. It's like really, it has a fluffy interior and it's like really good. Also, like everything that I'm talking about, it's the same stuff that I'm having in the first Kindle review video that I did. I think it's one of the first videos I ever did on this channel. So if you want to scroll up to there's like the pouch and everything that I'm talking about. And sorry again for not having the Kindle with me. I don't know how it happened, and it was so fitted in this day. But anyways, I had a long day. We're just not going to talk about it. Like, the screen is great. I'm having the pouch and I'm having everything, and I decided to upgrade because really I wanted something that was like bigger. We're living in an era where like screens are really big, and even for our phones. So I was like, okay, I want something bigger. I'm having like size 5 when I'm reading, and I know that the default on Paperwhite is 6, so also there's like minimized a bit. And on the basic, I had basic font, the default one, I think it was 5, and I had it on 4 or something like that, so it's kind of not a big of a difference. And like my settings are like super basic, reading on the default font, Bookerly, and the default settings without even the margins or something. No, I'm just reading it as it gets. Okay, so I lied. I just checked to see what Kindle I had before, and I had it for almost 4 years. Yeah, and it was like really old. And then I have upgraded to Kindle 11th generation, the basic one. And then I was like, I bought a Paperwhite that I also reviewed here, but I didn't like it. And it was the 11th generation Paperwhite. And then I was like, okay, I don't really like it. I don't know why. And then in the same year, I guess, after a few months, the 12th generation appeared. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to get it. Like, no thoughts, just simply I wanted it. I'm like so happy. And it's also is with a green backplate, not with the raspberry one. And yeah, everyone kind of advised me to not buy a Paperwhite because the Paperwhites are so bad. They are easily scratchable and blah blah blah. And I was like, every Kindle is easily scratchable because it's plastic. Just like the fold phones, they are having plastic, not glass, on the folding screens. What do you mean it's easily scratchable? Like, it's just as easily scratchable as your Kindle Basic? Of course. Now you're telling me that a Kindle Paperwhite has like a flushed screen and it doesn't have like the indented screen just like the Kindle Basic has, because it has like the borders that were a bit raised, just like the phone bezels, that we are having. But other than that, I'm like, I haven't scratched a single Kindle in my entire life, and this is the third one that I'm having. Okay, this is the fourth one if we are also counting the Kindle Paperwhite that I had before and returned. But we are just not going to count it because, yeah, we're not doing fun facts. But other than that, I just feel like it really serves me well. It really serves me well. In terms of battery, in terms of brightness, I'm not having any problems with it. I like strongly recommend this. Of course, sure, if you're used to going with tiny bags, or if you're having like less space, or just preferring something small in general, and it doesn't matter for you if it's big or small, you could definitely go with a Kindle Basic one because you're like saving money. But other than that, if you want to splurge the money, or maybe for like Prime Day deals that it's happening in, I don't know, around June, July or something like that, like at the end of June, or I don't know, just splurging because it's like a birthday gift or something, or like maybe you're convincing someone to buy it for you, right? It's the Christmas is coming, so maybe you're getting one or a second one. But yeah, I'm like really happy with it. I'm like reading daily. It hasn't happened in a year when I haven't really read in like a large period of time. Sure, I haven't read as much in February, but like since I restarted and rekindled my passion for reading in December 2024, besides the fact that I don't know, I missed like 1 week in total of days in February, I've been reading almost every day with it and on it. I feel like how my eyes are not fatigued anymore because it's like the screen for my phone, everything is more pleasant, and sometimes I cannot reach it and I have to be discreet, at work and something, then like pulling my phone and I'm reading something and then I'm leaving it there, and I really miss my eyes, really miss my Kindle, like having the eye contact with the Kindle, because the screen is not really friendly to be reading a lot on it. So yeah. And also, I forgot to mention that this Kindle, the 12th generation, is moving faster. Sure, you're like, hey, I'm only seeing this motion when I'm scrolling to the covers that I'm having or to the books that I'm having, or like making connections or like flipping the pages digitally. But I know, but it's a nice touch. It's a nice touch to be like, hey, I feel like this piece of tech is like newer, it's like fancier, it's like, I don't know, I feel like it really adds something nice according to the price tag, right? And I feel like, I don't know if it's placebo or not, just correct me in the comments below. And while you're there, let me know also what you're reading, and maybe you would consider subscribing to the channel because I'm doing a lot of fun stuff with books and games, so I would love for you to be here for the future videos. But as I was saying, I don't know if it's placebo or not, but since I removed ads, I feel like it turns on faster because I don't really need to swipe anymore. I just clicking the button and it's instantly on, and I'm like, okay, I'm just really glad that I did this. I don't know, just for me, it's a really nice touch and a really nice feature. I also forgot to mention that I tested the Kindle Paperwhite, the latest Kindle that appeared, and the fact that I'm hating it, it's an understatement. And I'm really unpopular opinion, but I don't really think that people would love it if they came from a Kindle Basic or a Kindle Paperwhite to the Kindle Paperwhite. I know it's a signature, I know it's bigger, I know it's the same size, but when I'm telling you that the text is not as crisp as the Kindle Paperwhite or the Kindle Basic, because all the Kindles are having the black and white 300 ppi. PPI stands for pixel per inch. So you're having more pixels, you're having the kind of the details crisper. So literally the writing, it's crisper than it, I don't know, like similar to a book. And when you're going to Kindle Colorsoft, in black and white it has 300 ppi, but in color mode, which is the mode that you are on, it has 155 ppi. And when I'm telling you, it's the same like I'm looking through a jar, and I felt like I was blind. I felt like I had problems with my eyes. I had problems with like, not necessarily eye fatigue, but I felt like I couldn't focus my eyes. I don't know why. It's like, it's kind of like when you're wearing glasses, when you need to be wearing glasses but you don't wear them. It's like kind of slightly foggy, and it weren't that crisp. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to return this. I was really excited to have the covers colored. I didn't care about the highlighters because most of the time I'm highlighting, even on my Kindle app, I'm highlighting with the same color, which is blue. And of course, by highlighting on the Kindle, it automatically highlights in yellow on the Kindle app, but I just don't mind that either because I don't really care, because I'm just wanting to import them into Goodreads. But when I saw it, that it wasn't really that crisp, I was like, okay, I'm immediately returning it. And that's pretty much it. That's the lore that I had with the Kindle Paperwhite, and it ended pretty fast. What can I say? It was a fast breakup. I hope I convinced you to at least check out the Kindle Paperwhite. Probably you're here because you were uncertain if you would go for the Kindle Paperwhite, the Kindle Basics. So whatever fits your budget, I feel like I've did a pretty good job and like a decent job into Of course, the Kindle Basic is going to last not so long in battery terms and like reading time as the Kindle Paperwhite because it's tinier, but like you're saving more space. But I feel like overall I did a pretty good like explanation of how my experience was with the 1 year anniversary with the Kindle Paperwhite. And I hope I will see you in the next videos, and until then, happy reading. Bye bye.